Adelaide Championships. They're consistently racing and competing. And as you said, Mick, what better way to celebrate than a mile?
Ladies, we'll get you started, and once you're running, you'll be introduced. Can I go then?
We've had to get Tim off
Thanks,
the track.
ladies.
He's that
On your
excited.
marks.
Yeah. Trying to do pre-race interviews.
Yeah.
I hope this will be a real tactical affair for the dash.
Oh, you'd love to see.
Just like really just all the runners just bunch it up big time.
Yeah.
And have a real shootout at the end, a sprint finish.
Oh,
but it doesn't look, it looks like
boy.
our athlete Ruby Saunders from Ballarat YCW doesn't like that idea.
I've come from Ballarat.
Yeah,
not
pay
doing
for
it
me,
tactical. Yeah.
pay for me petrol at least.
$100.
100
Oh,
bucks
that'll
should do
cover
it.
it. Oh, that's got to be a motivator, I reckon.
Petrol.
And Macca's.
And Macca's.
Yep.
And the entry.
Yep.
I reckon you'd have a
Make it
bit of
free.
change.
Yeah.
I reckon
make
you'd
it
have a
free.
bit of change from that. So she doesn't want to muck around and waste any time.
Well, she's certainly not doing that.
If she thinks she's, in a good position to dash for the cash,
Go get
we'll
it.
dash for it.
Yeah.
Just dash for it.
Just dash. Dashing is encouraged in this women's D mile. And in fact, rewarded.
With cash.
Yeah. With some nice cash.
As we see a couple of our Glenn Huntley athletes in that pack.
So that's Fiona Noble wide and leading it. Is it?
Yasmin Ostick-Smith from St. Stephen's is in the mix as well. She's
Abby
in second
Kenny.
position. Abby Kenny, you reckon? She's in the mix as well. Did she raced in the 800 earlier tonight?
Did she?
She did,
Well,
and now she's back for the celebration.
She wants the cash.
She wants the cash, and she wants to celebrate the 90 years.
Oh, that would actually be great. I would love to see that.
Okay, so Ruby Saunders, confident at the start, and now, we have Abby Kenny who's making her way through the field. And it'll be interesting to see Ruby, will she settle into the pack and hold her form for a little bit, or has she gone a bit too hot too early? Time will tell.
Yeah, we got a few laps left. And look at this. It's a Glenn Huntley 1-2 right now. So Ros Walker behind Abby Kenny. Oh, no, Fiona Noble behind Abby Kenny. 5 metres between them. As we mentioned a few times now, it is the 90-year celebration of the Glenn Huntley women. And they're all in this dash for cash, going for the $100 and going for the celebration of the club. Obviously, they're all now under the same banner. We got 2 of them flying the flag at the front. So Kenny would, I'm sure, love some help from Fiona Noble. And I think she might just get it.
I'll tell you what, I've got a sneaking suspicion that Kenny might be part of the aforementioned Seaside Track Club that with all the other boys as well.
So she's with Cheeky.
She's with Cheeky Charlie, maybe. I think. Don't quote me, but I've got a suspicion.
I'm quoting.
Yasmin Ostick-Smith, Anne Martin are trailing our Glenn Huntley duo at the head of the field. Still a couple laps to go.
It could still very much so change, but I think it's going to be a dramatic one if it's not going to be down to these 2 Glenn Huntley athletes at the front. We've seen stranger things happen, obviously, but they're looking pretty strong out in front. Abby Kenny, Fiona Noble leading it out quite nicely, but I reckon there is a little bit of movement in that pack towards the back. So some of these athletes that are sitting towards the back of it might now just start to creep forward a little bit and try and form a little bit of a connection to our St. Stephen's athlete at the front there. So it is still Abby Kenny, Fiona Noble, 400, or let's call it 520 metres to go. 500 now for Abby Kenny, who you're saying, Mick, ran earlier in the evening, so just wants that $100. Wants, what night is it, Tuesday? Just trying to work out what's open on a Tuesday, but Abby Kenny is leading it out, 450. Fiona Noble is going to come late, I reckon, so Abby Kenny, 420 is going to hit the clock as she goes through. So 420 on it now, Abby Kenny, Fiona Noble right behind her there. And as you said, Ostick-Smith, who's been doing a lot of the work in third place for a while, now gets the bell too. So Abby Kenny, Fiona Noble, I have a feeling might be Abby Kenny who's going to win this dash for
and
cash.
confirmation from Seaside Track Club. Seaside Track Club
in
dominating all night. Got a couple of cheeky wins from Cheeky Charlie and Tom Morris, and now they're going to take the cash in the D race. Let someone else have some fun at the 4th milers meet of the season, Seaside Track Club, please.
I'd love to see a fly from Fiona Noble. She's only 30 metres back, 200 metres to go. I believe in the 90-year celebration. Abby Kenny, though, she's certainly, I would say she's going to take the cash. Abby
She is
Kenny.
dashed, and she'll get the cash.
Yep, and here is the reward for the dash, which we said was always going to happen.
Cash.
And Abby Kenny's going to be the one to claim it. So, in a great celebration of the 90 years as well, it's going to be a Glenn Huntley 1-2. The younger generation of Glenn Huntley with the celebratory members right behind there with Fiona Noble. But Abby Kenny's going to come down this Seaside Track Club. Geez, they seem to be making a little bit of noise, and they seem to be making a little bit of a presence. And Abby Kenny's now going to add into the kitty and claim a little bit of money. And she's going to come down and take the dash for cash, the Women's D Mile Championship. 5:46.7, let's call it.
Oh, yeah.
Noble going to claim the next spot, and a fast finishing Kelly Langford.
Ozdick Smith. Summer Albertson. Charlotte O'Brien.
They come through now. So also is going to be Heather Carr getting the bell for Glenn Huntley. The Heather Carr gets the bell now. The rest of our athletes are on their final lap within their final 200 metres of this Women's D Mile Championship. And well done to all the Glenn Huntley women who have come out here to celebrate the 90-year anniversary of the Glenn Huntley Women's Athletic Club, which obviously now all runs under the same banner of the Glenn Huntley Athletics Club, by coming out here and participating in a mile on a beautiful Melbourne Tuesday night at Lakeside Stadium.
And what would you rather be doing?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
It's nights like this, though, that, in all seriousness, I actually wish I had chucked the,
well,
not the spikes, because I just get injured when I wear spikes, but chuck the runners on and have a
My Achilles
have a bit of a dash around.
As you said, yeah. Spikes.
It's maybe a low-key 12.5 laps for a 5K.
Even at 25, slower pace.
Yeah.
Thick shoes.
I'm at the age and experience level now where I'm not so turned off a 25 lapper.
Yeah.
It's scary. I still haven't done one.
Oh,
but I'm not.
Yeah, you're concerned for your health, 100%. So Heather Carr, 150 metres to go in this, the Women's D Mile Championships. And even if you're home, look, I'm not going to do it in here because if I start clapping, you won't hear anything. But have a massive round of applause here for Heather Carr and all the women of the Glenn Huntley Athletic Club. As she's going to come down with 100 metres to go in this mile, 1,609 metre event with a big smile on her face as well.
Loving it.
This is what it's all about. Heather Carr coming down, proud of the achievement, massive in the moment, and 90-year celebration for Glenn Huntley. And look at this. Look at the finish line. This is camaraderie on display. The young, the old, and everybody in between is going to cheer home Heather Carr of the Glenn Huntley Athletics Club. 90 years of women of Glenn Huntley, and Heather Carr is going to come down and smash the tape just under 8:20, I reckon, for this mile. Let's see how close I am. 8:19.
Just
well
under
done
8:20. Right.
to Heather Carr. A great little celebration there. And I don't want to take away from the moment, but I'm pretty sure there's a barefoot runner running in the next race. I don't want to take away from what we just saw from the Glenn Huntley women, but there is a man running barefoot on the track.
I was just thinking the same thing. I thought, hang on, did the guy who's running next just fist pump Heather Carr as she crossed the finish line? And is that man not wearing shoes? And did he just race and take off his shoes?
No,
he didn't, because he's about to race.
He's in this one.
And
look at him. He's still fist bumping everyone. Oh, this man's my hero.
A bit of keen interest close